What's going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to the channel. One thing it's useful with this car is that it lets you know when the tyres are flat. However, it doesn't tell you which one, so I have to go around all four and check each one. Luckily it wasn't too bad, just a little bit deflated, so no problems there. However, something that is frustrating is the Hyrox. Well, the process of getting a ticket for Hyrox. Do you remember that? They have the affiliate codes, so you get early access 48 hours before they go on general sale. You get a little code to go with that. However, yesterday when we went to put the code in, it didn't work, and that was a problem for the most of UK gyms. So you sat in a ticketing queue online, and then I went from 500 in the queue, didn't refresh the page, didn't leave the page, didn't do anything to affect it. I dropped down to 10,000, which really annoyed me. And then all that happened, code wasn't working, and then by the time, this was when I was saying at 10 AM, and then by the time I got through it just before midday, all the tickets that I wanted had gone. But hopefully, well, I'm not hoping that much that when they go on general sale tomorrow, I might be able to get one and the whole thing's sorted. It's just a very frustrating process. However, the silver lining in that is that as I managed to get us some doubles tickets, I gave him the link in the code and he seemed to get in just fine. So maybe it's a bit of karma on me, but I was hoping to do solos and then doubles the following day, which is what Adam's doing. So hopefully I'll be able to get one, or just get one on resale nearer to the time. Which brings me on to training, and I think I'm going to start doing maybe sort of back-to-back Hyroxy kind of days, just to get a feeling, get used to what it'd be like competing on back-to-back days. Although the second day will be half the work, but still all the running, maybe pushing it a bit more. So it's going to be interesting once I start training properly for that. But now I'm still sort of winging it a bit. Like today's going to be the usual bench and deadlift supersets, followed by some form of conditioning. Yesterday I did run 8k, and the legs were already sore then. They are much sorer now. Hamstrings are very tight, and there's a big step in work that every time I step up I just feel like the legs are going off from there. So it's going to be interesting, but good to get something done. Sipping on the dirty coffee, even though I am boiling hot. Car is 24 degrees, so not the best combo, but it is what it is. I want to save the pennies instead of getting some C4 or a kind of monster, so just have to deal with it really. So yeah, on to the session. That coffee is certainly in an acquired taste. Also, I realised I'm wearing this hat again because I tell myself not to wear it on a Wednesday or to the gym really, because obviously deadlifts use a lot of chalk and the cap gets covered in chalk and just makes it dirty. I like to keep this one nice and fresh, but it is what it is. It'll, or should hopefully wash off easily. Now this week for deadlifts and bench, despite how sore my legs are, I think I decided to jump 10 kilos, which could be to my demise up to 130. It's feeling good so far, but the hook grip is feeling rather painful. But I'm just sort of getting about it, getting through it, getting those fingers used to that feeling again. Still touch and go, because it helps me feel that little bit stronger. Also it keeps a bit more tension in the hamstrings, lowering the weight down on that posterior chain, which is why I want to get stronger. And bench is feeling pretty strong again. There's not much fatigue in the shoulders from Monday's thrusters, which I thought would be much worse. I haven't done 100 thrusters, but nice surprise, it's feeling pretty strong. So yeah, it's a good session. That calf is in, the shutters open because it's very warm, so I'm feeling nice and loose and ready to get into these 4 sets of 5 and 10, 5 deadlift, 10 bench. it's now time for the cats to fire. The reason I take it off is so my bun doesn't get in the way when I bench. I find I can't get my head flat when I bench, it just gets in the way. So that's the reason I wear it when pinching, checking at the hair, just lay flat. But pleased with how they felt, feeling pretty good. Now for the conditioning, it's kind of like a copy of what I did a couple of weeks ago, the same sort of format, 1 minute on, 1 minute off, 3 movements, 4 rounds, so 12 minutes work, 12 rest. And that's going to be ski, alternating dumbbell snatch, and either down ups or burpee board, depending if I decide to stay down here or if I go upstairs. It's starting to get a bit busy here. There's a class on in about half an hour, so actually I think that's my decision made. I'll head upstairs. I've been procrastinating too long, so head up, get it done with some light accessory, and then that should be that, because I'm planning on coming back tomorrow for another Hyrox conditioning session. Don't want to kill myself too much, hence why I'm keeping this more of a upper body sort of conditioning session minus deadlifts. And I think I'm gonna call it there. Not going to do any accessory work, not any arm or core work, because body's feeling rather beaten up, rather tired, and I want to have some energy to do something tomorrow, whatever I have in store for myself, depending on what feels the most sorest. I may not do anything, maybe just go for a little jog and do that Hyrox session on Saturday, but I would like to get in and do something tomorrow, whether, well, DOMs depending, but good session today. It's meant to be a bit shorter, but I procrastinated far too much. Again, I would like to have been done at least half an hour ago. It's now 5:30. I just procrastinated too long after deadlifting and bench, humming and hawing on what to do and where to do it, but please got it done. It was very tough towards the end with those burpees, but somewhat pleased with the volume and consistency. So yeah, let's head off, go and wipe down and see what tomorrow has in store. And just like that, we are heading back to the gym now. Surprisingly, the body isn't feeling too sore. Hamstrings are feeling a little bit, but the legs feel like they were nicely flushed out from yesterday's session. Although the body is feeling rather tired, mainly just like the head and behind the eyes. Got that heavy eye feeling. Not sure how the rest of me's feel until I get moving and see what's tired and whatnot. But I feel like today, to do something that's, I don't know, fairly long but fairly simple. I was thinking, saw on someone's Instagram, I've seen it a few times, got it saved. It's the cover of that saved file on Instagram. Is something along the lines of 12 rounds of 400 meter run, 12 hand release push-ups, and 15 wall balls. Although I may swap out the push-ups for something else. So I was thinking maybe like 10 rounds of running, 20 to 25 meter farmer's carry, and then obviously keeping the 15 to 20 wall balls in there, and just doing that for, I don't know, aiming for 40 to 45 minutes, just pushing through, get the body used to doing some Hyrox stuff on consecutive days. So yeah, but all I can do now is just wait and see what the body feels like once we are all warmed up and moving, see what's what. I was actually a bit cautious going to the session, as things like this where it's 10 rounds or just a few movements, I tend to go too quick and just end up gassing out, but it wasn't the case. And for the running, I actually did half of them inside, and then I decided to do the second half outside just for a change. The shot was up, it's nice weather, and I just thought, why not? And I actually ran a bit quicker outside than on the treadmill, and because the settings on my watch, I didn't know what pace I was running, but I just tried to guess it by feeling. And the farmer's carries acted like a bit of a short rest before going to the wall balls and managing each round unbroken. All in all, it was a good session, and yeah, very surprising. So the body feels surprisingly good after that. Not sure how I would get on, but I survived okay. The body's feeling pretty good, and loose hamstrings are nice and loose, no issues there. So I'm gonna go and finish with a bit of bodybuilding now. I'm not sure really what to do. Maybe some hip thrusts and goblet squats, and then some arm work, and then probably call it there. I'm not sure what to do tomorrow, whether it's just to run and do the usual run, like bodyweight conditioning, or just run and give out the conditioning because I'm having a session today. Who knows? Let's see how this bodybuilding session goes and then decide tomorrow. But yeah, very pleased with that, considering how I felt going into it. Normally, when I'm feeling that bad, the session just goes downhill and feels awful, but very pleased. And switching the runs to go outdoors has given me a bit of confidence that I'm actually faster than these treadmills, and yeah, my run is stronger than I think. I'm actually filming this clip on Monday, so can't even remember what the last clip was. Was it Friday? Anyway, on Friday evening, it would turn to a rather eventful night. So, got home from the gym, obviously showered, got changed. Was just about to sit down for dinner when I heard this random beeping noise. It was like 3 beeps, silence, 3 beeps. Came into the lounge, and it was the carbon monoxide alarm. So, went into a bit of a panic. Opened windows, closed the door, and had to get the fire brigade out because it was a gas emergency. They had to call them to come out. So I was sat outside waiting for them. They came pretty quick. They cleared it, but we had to get an emergency gasman out, who came out and then gave us the all clear. But that all took 2 hours. So I was sat in the car, just starving, just sat there, just twiddling my thumbs, waiting for them to arrive. But luckily, it got the all clear. I was able to come in, have dinner, and yeah, just relax. Bit annoying because I wanted to relax and watch the match, but it is what it is. Rather be safe than sorry. Just knowing that it wasn't carbon monoxide, but something did set it off. Not sure what. And then Saturday, just a little 6k run. Just to loosen the legs off. Her legs were very heavy, so it actually made me slow down. And then yesterday, watched Liverpool win the league, title number 20. Absolutely made up. And yeah, back to it today, which you'll see in the next video, even though I've just finished it and this is afterwards. But yeah, that was Friday night and the weekend. And yeah, I will catch you all in the next one, which is this video. So I don't even know what to say, but yeah, see you in the next one, I guess. Peace.